What's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're going to talk about an updated version of Boros Tokens, which is pretty important because recently I was down in the bottom of Diamond and worked my way all the way up to Mythic in just over 2.5 hours or so, about 2 hours and 40 minutes playing this deck. So if you're looking for something that's actually fun, powerful, and plays fairly quick games, this is the way you can get there. And we clocked in at right around 61%, so not too bad. But let's talk about it. So we're starting with Nesting Bot, a card I still really love. With all the board sweepers and everything, just having something that leaves behind a token is really good. It's also awesome to have multiple blockers against the mono green landfall decks. Stadium Headliner makes tokens, obviously fits what we're doing. Same here with Voice of Victory, Sheltered by Ghost being our main removal here. We do have Shocking Sharpshooter. This did so much work in the last version, so we're going to run it back here. Arabella, with all these small things making tokens, we're just going to drain the opponent's life total. A little uncommon that people have just given up on playing for some reason or another, myself included. Then we had 4 Lightning Helix, so we have some extra life gain in matches where we need it. And then we're going to bring Delny to the party. This is one that people have wanted to see in decks for a minute, and it does trigger the majority of things in the deck, so why not? We do have Sanguine Evangelist, just as a way to get us a couple of tokens. It's a one-up in here, but still very useful. Anam Pakal, obviously, getting the extra tokens is fabulous. And a couple of copies of War Leader's Call, which is pretty good here. Kind of extra sharpshooter triggers to get some extra damage. And it does pump some of our stuff by 1, but the reality is all of our stuff is really 1 toughness. So things still staying, or 1 power, so staying 2 power still lets it qualify for Arabella and for Delny, which is fine. And then we have Exalted Sunborn. Doesn't really seem like a crazy card to have in here, but if you have a turn where you've got Voice of Victory and say the Anam Pakal, well, you might make like 12 dudes, which is kind of awesome. So we'll see how this works out, but we're only playing 2 copies of it. So yeah, if you're a fan of token decks and you've been looking about how to get through Diamond, this might be for you. If it is, there'll be a link at the end of the video. I hope you watch the video first, but then afterwards go over to Moxfield, our channel sponsor, and download this and play it. And if you want to buy this or anything else, or just bling out your commander decks and save money while you do it, check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON, D-R-A-G, and it'll save you 5% on whatever you get on their website. For now, though, let's go have some fun with this deck and see how we get those wins. Let's keep it. Go with the bot. And then this might just be back-to-back Voice of Victories. Oh, maybe not. We might Arabella to try to set up some action with Delny. Alright, what you got here? Glimpse the Core. They're doing some serious ramping, which I can appreciate. Alright, silly as it is, if we get an untapped land, we are already at lethal. We missed a land drop, and we're sort of like, with 1 power creatures, like, oh, we still have lethal potentially here. Alright, this is it. Let's draw an untapped land. Because next turn, something bad probably happens to us. Especially if it's like a, okay, that works. I was about to say, it could be Smuggler Surprise or something. Put these up top, and that should do it. Awesome. Easy peasy. Blah, mulligan that. That's no good. This is a little better. Let's keep this, get rid of this. Alright. Temple of Abandon. That's not a land you see too often. Gonna go here with the Sharpshooter. Maybe they'll play another Temple of Abandon. Oh, okay, it's a tap land at least. Alright, let's get some fun stuff going here. Alright. That is a thing. Now, are you going to get a white land so you can sweep the board? No, they got a red land. What does a red land mean? I guess we still just got to go for it, right? mean, I'm sure we can die 52 different ways here, but just kind of is what it is. All right. There you go. We'll queue up the GGs. I mean, they're at 5, so it's not like it's over, but it was real close. All right, didn't even have to worry about it. Keeping. Not sure how good this is going to be. I was about to say, is this another life gain deck? Because I swear, there's so many of those we're seeing these days. Probably is, actually. Nope, not this time. Oh. I hadn't seen too many of those lately. You know what? I think I'm gonna do this. I'll assume they're gonna, like, Shelter by Ghost, get rid of our Animpakal. Then we could get rid of their thing, attack, and then still have Shelter by Ghost and Sunborn. If they do anything else, I guess it's not the worst thing for us. Seam Rip. Alright. Uh-oh. And then... Oh. Okay. I don't think that did what they wanted it to do, as this is bigger than 3. I think that's what they were aiming for, and it did not go the way they wanted. Yeah, let's get rid of the Seam Rip. And then just kill this duder, I guess. Attack. Alright. I think we have this on our wheel for one of our videos. People want to play with Virtue of Knowledge. Alright, that gets to be a 2-2. And Seam Rip again going to go after Voice of Victory. Oh no, they're just going to get the shelter so then they could Seam Rip the voice. Alright. Works for me, I suppose. Oh, well that's cute. Wait. This is going to make 3, so they go to 8. There would be 1, 2, 3, 4 things. 5 things. So if they block that, there'd be 4, and then this would be 5. I don't know if that's enough or not. But you know what? We're going to find out. Let's make a lot of things. This also counts for a point. There we go. That should do it. Such a silly way to get there, but hey. You know, if it works, it works. All the removal cards didn't matter. Gotta love it. Let's keep it. Alright. No damage here to play this guy against the red deck, I'm assuming. Lightning Helixes are... Okay, it's not just the red deck. Good to know. I'm going to say Lightning Helixes are useful in a lot of these matchups, but we'll see. Could torch the tower in my bot, then I don't get a token. Might be what we're about to see. No, there is a Draconautics Engineer. Alright, I'm just going to pass here. Give me the option to kill like a Tursa or a Vivi if they show up. Prophetic Memory, that's not what we wanted to see. I was hoping there was something better. We'll try. And I guess if it gets spell snared, it gets spell snared. Yeah, Flood Maw is fine. Like, if that's your play, cool. We can live with that. I am going to take this opportunity to... Am I just going to replay Nesting Bot? Yeah, probably. Alright. I mean, we drew a lot of mana this hand, so we can't try to be aggressive as we would like to be. Unfortunately, the situation just doesn't allow it. Yep, there's a Tursa. That's a big sad for us. They only discarded one. Interesting. Why just one? Sure, Flood Maw again. I mean, I guess that's fine. Oh, no! Okay, we gotta find some non-lands here, though. This was our opening hand, right? We've only drawn lands, I think, since this game started. So that's tough. Yeah, Cauldron, you got it. Fortunately, there's nothing with any activated abilities in the graveyard. There's a Vivi, sure. Nothing to do with it, though. So that's good news. Come on, Sheltered by Ghosts. Or something that makes 2 tokens. Or more land. That's the other terrible option. Alright, GG's. We got nothing. Let's go with Nesting Bot here. I hate that I'm probably going to have to use a shelter on whatever they play turn 1 here. Yeah, exactly. Like, whatever they had, I knew I was going to have to get rid of it, so I felt kind of bad about it. But I'm actually... Yeah, we're going to. It's a little bit over-aggressive, but I'm fine with it, I guess. Sure, Ruin Lurker Bat. You got it. Would you be willing to trade me both of those for 1 Hinterland Harbor? Or a Hinterland Deuter, Sanctifier? Because I think that's a real question, but I'm going to go here for now. And kind of force the opponent to make some decisions. Because if they do have a shelter, it's probably coming after Voice of Victory here. Oh. That does gain you some life. Right? But when... Oh, no, it just searches for a 1 mana thing. I say just, but, you know. Alright. That's a thing that happened. Sure. I mean, they're going to have all small creatures. So, sure. That goes back to their hand. Oh, you ain't bad, though. But we're not going to go there. We're going to go here. And just say, you're going to have to find a way to deal with stuff. Take your pick. Wow. They didn't even... I thought they were going to double block a Nesting Bot there. They were not interested in our shenanigans. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. People were really big on the Starfield Shepherd when it came out. And people were talking about, oh, you got to include this in your list. And I have seen it in 4 or 5 opponents' lists, and I have not enjoyed it that much so far. It's not bad, though, in here, where you at least have so many 1-drops that it makes sense you can go get stuff. So I kind of like it for that regard. But, I don't know. Sort of feel like if it was just some other 2-mana thing, they would be better off with just more stuff in play. But I guess we do this. This gets us a bunch of triggers and a bunch of bodies. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost the same thing. Yeah, alright. Yeah, and the reason I say it's almost the same thing is these produce 6 total tokens, so that's 6 more points. Whereas if I played this, it's still 6 more points. The benefit is Delny triggers, and then the next turn, if we get an untapped land, we could play double shooter. So, you know, but it works out either way. That would have been pretty... I don't know if that even would have been lethal, right? We're getting 6 more guys. So that puts them at 14. Yeah, they would have had to block across the board or not die, most likely. All right, we'll try to make this one work. Let's go with the nesting bot. Hey, I bet I know what deck this is. Yay, us. Knowing what we know. Alright, I guess I'm going to go here. I kind of want Arabella there, but this is probably fine. Because they're either going to play, I was going to say, Simic Ramp Synthesizer, or they were going to play the Star Cage, one or the other. So we're just going to hope there's not a Star Cage on top. If it's not, we get to keep playing Magic. If it is, we get to be real sad. So get rid of that. Don't even feel like I should be playing this, but this is just saying we're assuming there's no Star Cage. If there is, then we're probably just dead and we can move on. Alright, there wasn't an immediate Star Cage, so that's some good news. Oh yeah, repurposing ban, that's fine. Alright, so that gives us another turn. But this is usually where they go get a Star Cage. So we can do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Close. Very, very close. Alright, I guess we just attack. Do nothing else. I'm going to assume they're going to get Star Cage, and we'll have to find a way to eke out 3 points here. Because nothing else makes sense, right? You just tutor up a Star Cage, and you get your Synthesizer back. We could also top deck another Lightning Helix, I suppose. But if we even get, say, the Sharpshooter, play Arabella, that's a point, right? So now the attack becomes lethal. So there's things. There's things. But yeah, we're going to assume it's Star Cage time here for them. Yep, not a surprise. We could also, I guess, get Arabella plus another Shelter, which is also a thing. So there's options. I will say that. All right, Clayfire Bricks. They get some more life. Sure. All right, so now we'll just do it just to be a little efficient here. Nope, that's not going to do it. All right, GG's. This isn't crazy, but it's good enough to keep. I generally like hands with this where we have a 1 mana thing, a 2 mana thing. But, you know, if we don't get it, we don't get it. We could always draw one. Dragon Sniper. This is all the more reason we want one of our 1-drops. And yeah, for those of you that didn't see the video with the Leviathans, that Leviathan deck was so much fun. Like, highly recommend checking that out if you haven't yet. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that the opponent's plan here is going to be to fight our Voice of Victory with their Dragon Sniper. No, not yet. Interesting, and they didn't put the counter on the other dude. Yeah, I'll just take that. Now that means we have to pay an extra 1, right? Okay, reasonable. We still can't attack because the dude has Vigilance. Vigilance along with this little Death Touch. Boo! Boo to Reclamation Sage. Put a counter back on the Frenzied Baloth. Yep, makes sense. Alright, no blocks. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to Play yet another Sheltered by Ghosts. Get rid of this so we can get some damage in, hopefully, and not die next turn. At least that's our plan. No guarantees that's going to work, though. Alright. If, and this is a big if, we survive here, Delny could be a big swing going our way if we're lucky. Alright. So they get 2 counters. That's going to be 6. I mean, I have to block. Like, I mean, I don't have a choice. Okay, cool. They're just coming in for 6. Alright, here's hoping. Oh, this is good. So now we have a blocker as well. Alright, get our triggers. Go to attacks, and then we want to stack these where these are on top, so we get the tokens first before draining the opponent twice. Get all those triggers, so we get to hit them for a lot. And then we hit them a lot again. And then they're dead before we even have to get to combat, or to the damage step. And not only that, we were going to end that turn at 8, so we're at 18 life even. So we would have had wiggle room even if that didn't kill the opponent. All right, I can dig this. I'm on board. I mean, a third land will be great if we can get there, but for now, this will work. I would trade my nesting bot if you would like to do that, opponent. I'm assuming you don't. Alright. Alright, this is where we need to start drawing lands, though. Because if we can draw land and get this down and this, oh, that's huge on back-to-back turns. This could also be an unfortunately timed shelter for us, which could suck. Yep. How did I know that was coming? Sometimes you just know things. Alright. Didn't get what we needed there, so that's unfortunate. Alright, come on. Come on. Another shelter would be sicko. The good news here, though, is their creature still only has 1 toughness, so they're not really attacking here. So that works to our benefit. You know what? I'm just going to pass, because I feel like we're better off dealing with Linden than we are playing on Arabella here. And yes, we could have killed it on our turn, but there's also the possibility of them, like, trying to put a Shelter by Ghost on the Linden, or maybe playing something pre-combat to try to get the life gain, then attack, and then they don't have the mana to play a second Linden behind it or something. So sometimes you're just looking for small edges here or there. I mean, we're kind of tight the way the game's played out, not drawing any lands, so just trying to make the most of a bad situation. And see, there they go. They went to put the Shelter by Ghost on it. So being patient, we got rewarded. Sometimes it's truly the little things. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that didn't help very much. I guess we just attack. I mean, I probably could have got in there with Stadium Headliner, but nah. Essence Channeler. Okay. Why do I feel like they have another Shelter by Ghost? Oh no, it's another Channeler. Jeez. Alright, cool. We'll get rid of that one, I guess. The crazy thing is, somehow, we're not dead. Like, we've been stuck on 2 lands this whole time. And the game's still not over like it feels like it should be. But, you know what? Sure. And the wild part is, as long as we can make chump blockers here, we're kind of in an okay situation. All right, we got that. Let's go here. No attacks. That's the ultimate set of blockers. Door to the consoles, that's fine. Like, you can have a really big channeler. As long as we can chump block it, it doesn't really matter. Sure, you got it. So they're going to do that just to get the point. So they can get a card, which makes sense. Alright, we're drawing land, and we might be in the realm of too late, but, you know, we'll see. Oh, actually, that was bad. I should have done either of these. Because now, if I get another land, I'm only going to be able to play one spell next turn. I should have just played Anam Pakal there. In my head, I was getting a little greedy, trying to take a shot at Arabella. Realistically, we probably just want to draw Delny more than anything else. If given an opportunity here. Do we want to block Halaya? Probably not. Like, you can have that. I don't really care that much. Okay, well, that sort of worked out. So, this is also weird because we could use Stadium Headliner to kill some things. And they're not going to block Arabella here. I mean, I guess they could. Maybe I'm supposed to just play Stadium Headliner here and then get back our 1-3. That feels more accurate. So we'll give them a life, but we'll also get it back when we attack here, which is okay. Oh, actually, no, I can't do that. So I'm better off doing this because I won't have the mana to do what we need to do. So that's fine. All right, so I'm just going to attack with this. Why did that not let me stack that the way I wanted to? That feels weird. Alright, well, either way. We're somehow still in the realm of not dead. Now, I really would like to get an untapped land next turn. So then we could play War Leader's Call and blow up one of the Stadium Headliners. Yeah, that's fine. Like, annoying, but fine. I mean, you attack with all of it and force me to block, right? That's the play I would go for here. I mean, you're at 29. You're not going to die. I mean, like, that's the thing. All right, we'll jump with this. That's the only thing that matters. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. Bot doesn't particularly help. We could drain the opponent for... Well, they're going to gain a bunch of life, too, in the process. I guess we have to do this. Or else we don't really even have a chance. Yeah, we just got stuck on lands for too long, I think. Alright, so... We'll drain them for enough that their blocks won't be spectacular. But we kind of need our other dudes to block. I sort of need to play this, but it kind of messes up the life gain math. But it does let us gain a little bit more. Alright. I guess it just, well, I say that. One token comes in, it deals a damage, they gain a life. So it's a wash, really. Alright, so the plan here should be attack with Arabella and Pakal. And then what? I'm like, what does that look like after that? And we can't gain enough to just not die, right? So I guess it has to be this. We could leave this so we could at least chump the flyer. I'm just trying to think, can we gain enough to make it worth it here? I don't know that we can. I think we have to try, though. It's like, yeah, we can't win now. Okay, let's rock and roll. It's not the worst hand by any stretch. I assume when I see a plane, it's going to be some life gain thing. Like, yeah, there's so many life gain decks running around right now. I pretty much see life gain decks and mono green shelter or landfall decks. Those are the two things I see more than anything else now. I think, was it yesterday's video, the day before? I actually had to include 4 life gain matchups because that's all I was running into. Like, I try not to put more than a couple of a certain matchup so I don't get bored. Fortunately, the games were interesting, and it was with the Leviathan deck, but man, it was tough. All right, go attacking. All right, I need some token makers. That's what I need now. Essence Channeler, you got it. Good news is, Essence Channeler can't block our things. But if I don't get more things, it's not going to matter. Sure, that guy can be as big as he wants to. Alright, well, Shelter by Ghost is nice. How do I feel about this? I mean, I guess if you just have a big dude, do I care? Alright, well. Delny would then, be able to be blocked. And you're probably going to try to kill Delny anyway. So I might as well... Dang it. Dang it. Alright, I'm going to do this. Even though I think it makes more sense to put it on Delny to protect Delny from future issues. We're going here. I don't think that's the best play, mind you. I do think we should be putting it on Delny, but is what it is. Hinterland. Because they can very well just have their own shelter here. Oh, nope, they have another Deep Cavern Bat. Well, so be it. Get the same card. Go figure. Opponent, you can't block. You might as well attack. They're going to not attack, aren't they? There you go. Read the... Oh, okay, there you go. We got there. I was like, come on. I was like, don't sit back again. Oh, well, that's cute. That kind of solves the same problems. Love that for us. Get some extra damage. Go attacking. I mean, if they double block Delny, I don't think I mind that either. That's fine. I would be accepting of that. End the turn. So whenever you gain life, we lose life. Yeah, it's fine. We could live with that. We have enough life that that's not going to kill us. Plus, by the way, when you have shelter on the sharpshooter, the amusing thing is when it pings your opponent, you get a point of life. So if you're wondering where this extra life total came from, that's what happened there. All right. Oh, actually, hold on. Whoop. Let's pass so that we can block first, because this does not have trample. Those of you that watch my other videos, you'll know what that's about. And then we'll go ahead and shoot this knucklehead down. So then, oh, well, that's a thing that happens. Yeah, we just go ahead and play this. Because it creates 2 sets of triggers, and automatic. I guess this would too when we attack, but this is fine. Oh, actually, because it made an extra one. It made 6. I totally forgot. Because the Evangelist is also power 2 or less. So that's cute. Alright, we'll keep it. But man, this hand would have benefited greatly from a turn 1 creature. We'll see, though. Because I assume Arabella's going to die to a whole pile of things here. But maybe if we're lucky, that means Anapakal gets to live. I doubt it, but you know, we can get lucky. Hey, alright, alright. That's something. Alright, now this should let me stack these, right? Okay, cool. Because you always want to get your tokens first so you get max life gain or life drain from Arabella. Opponent's already on notice now, though, and they don't even know we have 2 Lightning Helix. Yeah, I assume if you can kill something, you gotta kill the Anapakal here, right? If they don't kill the Anapakal and we still have Arabella, we can make multiple tokens with Sunborn, and opponent's just close to dead there, actually. Yeah, I was gonna say, that makes sense. I feel like something you kind of had to do. That was about to be a little wild if you didn't. Alright, we're just going to go here. Drain for 2, hit for 4. If we can get one more solid hit in, these Lightning Helixes could be the finishers. And this looks like just Dimir Control that's trying to kill you with the Singularity Ruptures. Maybe mill you out with the Restless Reef. That is so tempting to do. We're not going to do it, though. Alright, they're letting us drain. Hit them for 4. Alright, they're at 3. I think we're just going to take a second and wait here. See if they tap any mana for us to do something during our instep. Because they might only have counters. But I'd hate to blow these up and then one makes us pay extra mana or something, and then they have like a spell snare or something. There you go. Now they're dead. Figured there was going to be something. Yeah, and to explain that a little bit further, just real quick, because I think some people are newer and you don't really know what's going on there. Like, if we try to just do these now when they have 3 mana open, there's a possibility they try to counter one of them, right? And a lot of those counters tend to say you have to pay 2 mana or 3 mana or whatever. So then if we tap out to do that, then they can spell snare, making us have to pay 2 more mana, which we're not going to have. But then I don't have mana open for the other Lightning Helix, right? So this way, I can just wait. They're at 3. So on their turn, they're either going to have to get rid of our creatures. And then if they only have 2 mana open, then sure, we just take a shot with Lightning Helix, right? If they do anything that sweeps the board, then they have no mana and we still get to shoot them. If they just counter these on their turn, then on our turn, we just get to attack and it's lethal. So we have no reason on our turn to just fire those off. It's just one of those things I think sometimes people do, and then you can get caught up in a situation that just doesn't work well for you. Yeah, let's keep this. Our opponent's an old school Magic player. That's Storm guy. Tiny Bone, sure. I am willing to block if you would like to attack with the Tiny Bones. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm not going to run Arabella out yet because they're obviously playing mono black, some type of removal pile. We don't have to be in a hurry here. Oh, it's Corpse of the Lost. Sure. That's fine. Yeah, no blocks. No need to be in a hurry. Let's do... So now I'm incentivized to play a 3-mana thing here and kind of wait. So let's do this. I'll go ahead and attack, get a couple points in. I'm likely going to use Sanguine Evangelist to just block the 3/2 tokens so we don't give them the Corpses of the Lost back yet. Then we end up with 2 flyers, and then hopefully maybe can do something interesting next turn. Oh, well that takes all the fun out of that. Alright, well I guess we're going to do this then. And then I guess, as things would have it, play this, because that's another chump blocker. And then we can play this on this. Get rid of that. Not a great start. I was really hoping for a land there. I was hoping to Arabella and play a shelter. Would have been real nice, but we're just not going to get that opportunity, unfortunately. I was really kind of hoping, and this just says if you don't have a suspected guy, right? So now I guess we block here. Because if we get into a situation where they start spending life to replay that, that also doesn't hurt us. I mean, it hurts us, but it helps our cause a little bit. Alright, so you're going to play another case. Sure. Makes sense. Little late to the party for my liking. But their creatures don't block. This at least kind of safely blocks in a way. So sure, we can do this. I mean, in case of emergency, I can toss the headliner. I probably won't, but we can. Alright, here comes the color. What's that other card? No, they had the kill spell for the Feed the Swarm. Okay, well, that does hurt. Not gonna lie, that does hurt. Alright. So now I need another 1-mana thing here, basically. Or else I don't think we can win. I was about to say, if we Ward Leaders call, we get 1 point, so they go to 7. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then I'll gain 3, going to 7. But then we take 2, 4, 6, 8. So we had, yeah, that's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. So I think the plan is this, and then just hope they don't draw a removal spell. I mean, if they get the right removal spell, we're dead. It's kind of all there is to it. Alright. And then a... Alright. It doesn't look like we're dead. Oh, no, we are still dead. Yeah, because we take 6 anyway, because that guy has haste. Yeah. Alright. That's tough. We were close. We were close. Okay. This looks good. What's with that weird little jerky motion when I'm pulling cards out? That feels a little weird. Alright, so we're going to go here. And I feel like I'm going to War Leaders call first. And then Delny. Well, I get the one that they don't want me to have here, basically. The other one. So, take your pick. I'm assuming they're going to take... Oh, they took they didn't take War Leaders call? Alright, I'm down. This feels way better. I'm not sure if you know how much damage this is, opponent, but it's lots many is the terminology we like to use around here. Actually, if they kill Voice of Victory here... We play Shocking Sharpshooter, that's a point. We attack, we make a token, that's 2 points, that's 3. So they're going to be forced to block. Unless they have, like, land. Okay, there you go. That'll get you some life. Oh, they have Shelter. Okay, you're playing Magic still. Kinda. I mean, you at least go to 7. That's something. Oh, I played the wrong land. I needed to play a mountain there. Oh, because then I could have removed a creature. Ah, damn. I mean, it's for next turn, but, I mean, if they played something I wanted to get rid of. I guess it doesn't really matter, though. It's not that big of a mistake. But, still, playing properly, still should have played the mountain, because now I don't have any options, which I definitely would like to have. Alright, not worried about that. Any creature still is adding up to lethal here. Because they'll gain 1, lose 1, but then they still have to block it. But they can gain 2, 3 by block. I don't know. This is going to be a weird turn. Okay, well, we are attacking here, so do what you will, opponent. Oh, wait, actually, if they're going to 1 here, then we just get rid of this. And then there's nothing they can do, right? Because then they go to 2 and just die? Yeah, alright. Because I'm going to lose a creature anyway. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, y'all, the one thing I would say about this deck is that the card that's going to give you the most trouble is going to be Authority of the Consuls. You can beat it because you do have Sharpshooter, you do have War Leader's Call, whatever. The problem is those games are also just grindy as hell. So, honestly, I just concede a lot of those and move on. It just saves me the time. Especially for the experiment where I was trying to, like, just rank all the way up and see if it was possible. So, something to keep in mind. You can win those matchups. They're just going to be very, very long. But, yeah, all the cards do what they're supposed to do. If anything, I think there's an argument to be made that you could cut the Sanguine Evangelist, maybe even one of the Lightning Helix, and play something like 2 Abrade would probably be pretty good, or even 2 Get Loss. I think if you're worried about artifacts or enchantments, those could be options for you. Otherwise, I think the rest of the list is pretty tight. I don't think I would really change too many cards. That would just be me. You know, I would go ahead and do that. I think that would be good for you. I'm going to leave the list as it is when you go download it, but I would make those changes if you decided to play this. But otherwise, yeah, if you're just looking for something, you like tokens, and you already have the cards, yeah, go for it. It's fun. It's quality. It can have some big turns. Crazy come from behind wins. Just doing everything you want it to do. But there'll be a link. Go over to Moxfield, download it. Don't forget, shop over at Tales of Adventure. Save some money. Use my code. If you want to be part of our Crazy Will videos, don't forget, become a member down below for as little as 99 cents. Otherwise, just keep supporting the channel for free by watching videos. And just watch them all the way through. Because it's always free and it always helps. That's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.